Today we're going to cover a bit about bathroom finishing in the building guide. And since bathrooms are a wet place, in the interest of durability and also in our case to comply with LEED certification for not using moisture sensitive materials in wet areas, we've gone with black slate for the floors, the countertop, shower stalls. We got them from a Quebec supplier named Glendyne. Slate's a natural stone, and it usually comes in a variety of colors and an uneven texture as well. It's quite a nice look. But Glendyne slate products, of which there are many, are the nicest we've seen. They come from a quarry in Quebec that's within range for us that LEED considers local, so we get a point for that. And shipping materials from long distance increases the overall carbon footprint of your build by increasing fuel requirements for transportation. So in any case, it's good to look at exactly how far away your materials are coming from when you're making those choices. Natural stones like slate are generally quite porous, but Glendyne slate in particular has a very low porosity, so sealant isn't really required, but the company does recommend it to facilitate cleaning. So we had applied 2 coats before install. We did do a final coat as well, just for good measure. Cutting them is no different really than other tiles. First, we score a line that helps prevent the tiles from chipping when you cut them. You can run a tile saw wet or dry, depending on what you find more distasteful, being in a cloud of dust or covered in a muddy paste, because the water's going to shoot back at you. But we would recommend, just to get a best possible cut, to run them wet if you can. We obviously can't cover all the steps and techniques of tile installation. It's a short video, but I'm sure YouTube's got a lot of opportunities to learn other techniques. Here we just want to highlight why we chose this particular product, where it differs from other tiles, and even other types of slate. These black slate tiles are much more consistent in quality than most slate that we've worked with and that you're probably going to find. But since it's a natural stone, there will be discrepancies in thickness. Normally when you're tiling a floor, you have a grooved trowel that applies an even thickness of tile adhesive to the floor, but that doesn't always work out with slate. There can be, you can often need to do a little bit of what's called buttering, where you add a little bit of more adhesive to either the tile or the floor to account for thicker or thinner corners to make them even. With that extra material, you squish them a bit, make the corners even, and that reduces the amount of uneven ridges. Slate floors offer a more natural and organic look with the variety in texture and thickness, and a lot of people aim for that. It's a nice look. The black slate that we got from Glendyne does offer that to a certain extent, but it's a lot less extreme, so they're more consistent than other slate tiles you're going to find. Installing tiles on walls is a bit trickier. Again, get a more detailed instruction from YouTube before starting, but gravity's not your friend here. You're going to have the weight of the tiles to contend with, so you need to avoid them slipping down, resting on the ones below. We used a 3-inch nail to support them. Go with whatever method works for you. One of our bathrooms has a pedestal sink, and we use slate for the other one with the counter. We got a raw slab of slate. We opted to finish it ourselves since we had the proper tools. To polish the edge, you need a variable speed grinder with a diamond finishing pad. The cost for cutting holes in sinks and finishing stone counters can sometimes add up to half the entire cost. Way more than purchasing the tool and doing it yourself if that's within your skill set. Whatever finish you do install, you're best with something that isn't damaged by moisture or water. Slate's great for that. As for aesthetics, again, we really like that classic look of the black slate. And the longest lasting bathrooms and kitchens are ones that are durable, but also ones that you're not going to get sick of looking at. So if you can, pick materials that you think you're going to enjoy looking at a decade later. Most kitchen and bathroom renos, it seems, aren't due as much to them hitting the end of their functional life. It's more to do with style. Paint's a great way to add some flash and color to your bathrooms and kitchens, and a lot easier to change when you're tired of looking at it. Thanks for watching.